Myanmar's military junta is being accused of weaponising citizenship to silence opponents to the regime. 13 well-known celebrities have spoken out against the military coup, were stripped of their citizenship and left stateless, many of whom are currently living abroad and now can't travel on their passports. For more, we're joined by International Crisis Group Senior Myanmar Advisor Richard Horsey. Now, Richard, what is your response to the accusations that Myanmar's junta is weaponising citizenship to silence opponents?
Well, this is the latest in a number of ways that the junta is punishing its most prominent opponents. It's cancelling citizenship of these people. It's making that formal. I mean, obviously, these people have had to leave the country. It's not safe for them to go back, so they are, in most cases, in exile. But making a formal declaration that they have lost their citizenship, it's just another way of punishing its critics.
Now, most of those targeted had used third country papers after Myanmar cancelled their local documents. Is Myanmar technically doing anything illegal here?
Well, it's an illegal regime, of course, but it's saying that this is in line with the citizenship law, which prohibits Myanmar people from carrying multiple country passports or having multiple citizenships. But of course, the reason that these people, some of them, have to accept passports from other countries is that the regime has already cancelled their Myanmar documents. So they, if they want to travel, if they want to have some kind of status, they have to do that.
Now, tell us about some of the people being targeted by the military government. I saw a singer dubbed the Lady Gaga of Myanmar, as well as a former professional soccer player. Is it just celebrities being targeted?
Well, this formal step of revoking citizenship has been targeted at celebrities and at opposition politicians, members of the parallel national unity government, so the regime's most high-profile critics. But what we also see is thousands of people who have lost the ability to renew their passports or who are being denied new passports. Many of those were outside of Myanmar at the time of the coup or had to flee. And for them, they haven't had their citizenship removed, but having their passports cancelled leaves them in an extremely vulnerable position.
Now, what's behind this in terms of the, passports being cancelled and the citizenship revocations? What's behind this?
I think for the large number of people who've had real trouble getting their passports renewed, the regime has simply put out an instruction to its embassies around the world, don't renew passports, don't issue new passports until you've done background checks. And if people's social media profiles show that they've been critical of the regime, if they've been involved in any kind of regime, anti-regime activity, the embassies have been instructed, don't issue them with passports. So this is a way of punishing its critics, I think, is the main thing.
We've also seen an increase in conflict and military activity by the junta. Why is that?
Yeah, so over the last couple of months, the regime has launched a number of counteroffensives against its opponents to try and claw back some of the territory that it's lost since the coup. And this is really the first time over the last couple of months that the regime has been able to get back some of that territory. Up until now, it's been losing more and more, and this is really the first time that it's been able to reverse the tide a little bit. It's partly doing that because elections are coming and it wants to demonstrate that it controls as much of the country as it can, but it also has new capabilities. Russia and China have been assisting a lot with drone technology, and that's really enabled it to counter some of its opponents more effectively.
You mentioned elections. Now, the junta will hold these in December, but the Electoral Commission says polling won't be held in around 60 constituencies, mostly rebel-held areas. What reasons did they give?
They didn't give any reasons, but when you look at the list of the places where there won't be voting, it's very clear that there could not be voting because these are places that the regime simply doesn't control. And these elections are seen by the broad mass of the Myanmar people as completely illegitimate. The elected popular leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, remains in prison, incommunicado. These elections are, an attempt to put a very thin civilian veneer over continued military rule. And so most people in the country are just not interested in participating or cooperating with such an exercise.
Richard Horsey, thank you very much for your time.